What's up, guys? Jason Faria here, just at the track, Club Moto, Livermore. Got the 2027 250. Got her out here. Carhartt Chevy in the back, yeah. Gonna be doing some chassis tuning, putting out some hard laps. I don't know about fast laps, but some hard lap times. You know, I haven't really done too much race pace practicing. I'm looking forward to doing that as there's a race actually coming up for the Over the Hill gang, which I'm in as a 38 to 44 expert. I think that's August 14th, 15th, 16th, something around there. Yeah, so we'll be trying to mess with it, tune the clickers in, and see what we can come up with out here at Club Moto. You know, my fast lap time last week on this bike was 1:13.3, something like that, right around there. So I'm hoping to jump down into the 12s, you know, and go maybe even super aggressive, get me a high 11. That would be awesome. So we'll see. Hopefully some suspension tuning is going to help. I got some Race Tech springs and gold valves coming for it. I know that's going to help. I might be racing this 250 at the Argyle Over the Hill, just because I believe that I'm faster on it than the 450. At least at those two tracks, Club Moto and Argyle. You get to maybe somewhere like Hangtown, I'll probably be faster on the 450. They got some big jumps out there. Oatfields, MMX. I'm not quite sure, but I'll be doing those tests. All right, guys, stay tuned. Thank you. All right, Moto 1. Check out the track, see how it is. Get warmed up. With his mud. Yeah, the arm pumping his mud. Well, first moto of the day, we learned quite a bit. There was, the track was wet and the track was muddy, to be expected. They just got off the hoses probably 40 minutes before I got onto the track. Just went with my baseline settings that I ended the previous ride on break-in. So that's where I started. And I found out that, my setup was actually pretty soft for being in the mud, I would still be able to put out some decent laps. Nothing incredible. Wasn't a race pace or anything on the first moto. It was just warm up. So, but what I did learn is that I had to go soft or stiffer on the front end, and I slowed the rebound down one click, just to see, really just to see. It was no feeling of anything. It's just tried it, see if it was better. Overall, with the setup that I had and the conditions of the track, it ultimately, got me a little arm pumped. Nothing major or anything, but coming off a hand injury, I play it safe when it comes to arm pump, as I don't want my hand to fall off. Being soft, it tired me out a little bit. So the previous clip showed my 2 fastest laps of the day, and they happened to be consecutive, which was nice. Going into the day, I was running 1:13.3 for my best lap, and close to average lap. It was a little bit higher, but I was running pretty consistent 1:13s on the Saturday before on the break-in of the motorcycle. Coming out today, that the suspension was a lot more broken in, and I was able to put down a 110.5, and then the second lap was a 110.3. So I was pretty excited to see that. I felt fast, the bike felt good. I know there's still time on the table, suspension's not done. I did adjust some clickers here and there, but overall really happy with it, above and beyond what I expected on my lap time. I was hoping to see 111, got into 110, so beat it by a second. Maybe next time I get to Club Moto, I'm going to try to go for the single digit 109, 108. Hopefully I have some new gold valves and springs that are fit for my 185-pound frame.
Yeah!
a slow-mo in the video of me casing the triple, which I wasn't trying to triple it there. I was really sizing it up, and then you keep rolling on that clip, and that's when I actually attempted the triple. And you can see I still came up about 5 feet short. The suspension, I mean, I bottomed front and rear, but it soaked it up really well. I was impressed. Worried about my hand blowing off. I've never hit it on the 450 because I was a little afraid of over jumping on this bike. I was not fearful of over jumping, and as riding it through the day, I felt the suspension could handle that impact. That jump's probably about 105 feet with a pretty short run up, and I hit it in third gear. Looking back at the video, me seeing it, I probably wasn't fully racked out, which I needed it, or I probably need to get fourth somehow in there to get it. I felt like that I hit the inside rut a lot better than I did on the outside rut, which kind of hindered me. As earlier in the day, I was almost landing in the same spot where I cased it. I was a little shorter than that, but not trying to, really just sizing up the jump from the inside. And I think it was just because I hit that rut so much cleaner than the outside berm, which it's not really a berm. So I believe with the rear spring sprung the way that I need it, and being a little firmer, I'll have a little bit more preload to spring off of that jump. I blew through the stroke on the face, and so I just didn't get the pop that I really needed to get that distance. Hopefully with the new spring, I'm gonna get that jump on the 250F, which would be, for me, incredible. And I think I'm gonna shave another second, maybe 3/4 second, just with hitting that jump cleanly a lap. So on to my actual bike review. Overall, I can't say enough good things about this motorcycle. I get in the back here, I got the 2026 YZ250F 450. It's got the springs and the gold valve, and it's absolutely incredible. Got this, like I mentioned previously, I was running 113s, which was about a second a lap faster than me on my 450 at the same track under break-in period, which I wasn't really revving it. I did. I don't typically break in my bikes soft. In my opinion, you break them in soft, it's going to be a slow bike. If it's going to break, it's going to break, whether it's the first day or the third day, or later on. But overall impression, amazing bike. The cornering confidence is absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe it. It made me feel like a professional. I mean, my lap times didn't show up, but I felt like a professional. The hydraulic clutch, I didn't miss a cable. The bike's got plenty of grunt down low and through the mid. And I say that for the clutch. Probably in my future endeavors of the motorcycle, I'm gonna get a tune. I'll probably get a pipe to wake it up a little bit more, as I'm probably a little bit on the heavier side for this motorcycle, as we saw on that case of the triple. So that's about all I would really want to do, other than typical suspension, but actual upgrades to this bike. I put different foot pegs on. I'm probably gonna get different bars. I already got grips. May get the air filter cover that allows more air into it. These things, but they're relatively minor. The motor revs to the moon. I felt like it never stopped pulling. It was me who shifted, not the bike telling me to shift. That was amazing. This bike actually came with the MX-34. No, it's a 33. Yeah, MX-33, which is the older tire, which is a little confusing. It's 2027. I figured they'd have the new tire on there. But for Club Moto, they worked just fine. The brakes, the front brake took 3 motos last week, the first day, to actually break in and start working to be firm. So that was a little weird, unexpected as well, that it just wasn't grabbing. Took 3 motos for whatever reason, the brake pads to grab the rotor. Yeah, I think that's about it. Suspension, you know, if I was 165 maybe, I bet this thing would be perfect. In my overall opinion, again, this bike is probably the best bike that I've ever ridden. You know, and I've probably had 20 bikes, 15 bikes, 20 bikes in my illustrious career of starting when I was 18 years old, and I'm 44 now. Fortunate now to have a successful contracting business, Jay's Decking Company, which has allowed me to afford multiple motorcycles, which has always been my dream, is to have a 250 and a 125, or a 450 and a 250. And this is actually my very first 250 I've ever purchased, that I've ever owned, actually. I've had 120, I got a 125 sitting in the back there. I've had 252 strokes. I've had older generations together, but not new generations together. And to be honest with you, it's gonna be tough for me to jump on that 450 after riding this machine. Well, thanks guys, I appreciate your view. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you at the next video.